What's up, Geo Squad? Mr. Win here, about to teach you some formulas on how to calculate area. So this unit is pretty simple in terms of if you know how to find the measurements and you know which formula, it's just plugging in the numbers very, very quickly. So let's do a couple, and then I definitely want to go over a couple things that will stump you guys a little bit. So let's go ahead and do a problem like number one. So number one, when you're attacking these problems, you want to make sure you at first identify what's the actual figure, right? What's the actual figure? And so for this one, I noticed that all the sides are going to be equal for number one. So it's going to be a square. And since we're asked to find the area, I'm going to use area is equal to s squared. Well, what's s squared? So s squared is going to go ahead and be the side. So you just can go area is equal to 8.5 squared, and then you just put it. I forgot my calculator, so we're gonna go ahead and pause the video. Let's grab it real quick. Found my calculator, so we're gonna go ahead and put this into the calculator. So you should put this part exactly in. If you do that, the area should be equal to 72.25. And when you were talking about area, you want to go ahead and write the units of feet squared or square feet. So now, next thing is let's talk about other shapes. So let's do number two. We got a triangle, right? So triangle is pretty simple. So triangle is right over here. What I want you guys to note for finding the area of a triangle is that the base and the height, those are the sides that always form the right angle. It's the same thing with the other figures too. You want to find the right angle. So the right angle is formed right over here for number two, and the two numbers that form it, which is the height of 21.3 and the base of 15. So area is equal to 1/2 base times height, and when I plug it in, I have 1/2. The base is 15, and the height is 21.3. And so when you put this into your calculator, 0.5 or 1/2 times 15 times 21.3, that should net you 159.75 meters squared. All right, let's do a couple more. All right, so here you go. Let's go ahead and do a problem like number 5. Right, number 5, it's a little bit tricky. It's not a square in the sense that it doesn't have two pairs of parallel sides. It's only one pair. You got one side and this side being parallel to each other. This is actually a trapezoid. And so with the trapezoid, the area, it's kind of funky, right? The area is going to be 1/2 the height times base 1 plus base 2. Now, which one would be base 1 and base 2? Base 1 and base 2 are the sides that are parallel to each other. It doesn't matter which one's base 1, base 2. You can label either one, right? And then the height, don't get confused and think that the 16.5 and the 21 is the height. No, we don't want that. The height is always going to be the ones that forms a right angle with the other two sides. So when you put this into your calculator, you have 1/2 times 16 times 19 plus 27. So putting that into your calculator. And this is just a quick tip. I'm not personally a fan of using 1/2 and putting it into the calculator. I use 0.5, or if you really insist on using 1/2, that's fine. 1/2 times 16 times 19 plus 27. And if you do that, your area should be 368. All right, 368. All right, last one for this type of problem. Let's go back to number 4. We're circling around because we need to talk about circles. Circles are pretty simple. Area of a circle is area is equal to pi r squared. What the r stands for, it's your radius. And your radius is always going to be from the center to the side right over here. So this is your radius. So area is equal to pi, right? And then you can go 13 squared because half of 26 is 13. And then you can put that into your calculator. A couple of things is that you can use 3.14, or you can put the pi symbol in. I have the pi symbol on my calculator, and that's going to go ahead and net me, if we do it correctly, 530 point, and you can go 2 decimal places, 0.93, and this is going to be square yards. All right, so we did square, we did triangle, circle, trapezoid. Let's go ahead and do a couple more. All right, another tricky problem. Look at number 7. So 7 is a triangle, and we know that the area is equal to 1/2 base times the height. Area, and remember, these two are the ones that form the right angle. The only thing that forms the right angle is this and this. So therefore, this is going to be my height, and that's my base. So that's going to be 1/2 my height of 14 times 29.5. So 0.5 times 14 times 29.5. That should net me 206.5 square inches. All right. So let me know if you struggle on these. We can definitely go over them. All right. Let's do some word problems. All right. So word problems are a little bit different in this unit. So we're actually going to be using area formulas to solve for missing sides. So number 13, this is an area of a triangle. So already I know that's area is equal to 1/2 base times height. All right. Has an area of 45.5. So I'm going to go ahead and put 45.5 into here is equal to 1/2. And then it also says it has a base of 14 times 14. And then it's asking us to find the height. So the height is going to be here. So this time we're not finding the area. We're actually using this to find missing measurements. So do a little algebra. Let's clean this side up. So that's going to be 45.5. Half of 14 is going to be 7h. Then we're going to divide both sides by 7. So h, when you go 45.5 divided by 7, that's going to be 6.5. 6.5. All right. Cool. Let's do one more word problem to help you guys out. All right. Let's try number 16. So it says find the length of the second base of a trapezoid. So that's probably referring to B2. If one base measures 12, so I know that B1 is going to be 12, the height is going to be 4, and the area is 58. So trapezoid, okay, we're reading this. Area trapezoid is read as area is equal to 1/2 the height base 1 plus base 2. And then for the area, I have 58 is equal to 1/2. My height is going to be 4. And then I have base 1 inside is going to be 12, but we don't know base 2. All right, don't make this complicated. Clean things up. So when I go ahead and clean this up, that's going to be 58 is equal to 2 times 12 plus B2. You can go ahead and do it two ways, right? You can go ahead and distribute, but I'm just going to go ahead, since it's multiplying, divide both left and right side by 2. So let me just try to fit this in. So if I go ahead and take 58 divided by 2, that's going to be 29 is equal to 12 plus B2. Okay, because these are going to cross out, obviously. And the last thing is you're going to subtract 12 on both sides. So that's going to be B2 is equal to 17. All right, so pretty simple stuff. It's a lot of algebra and plugging into the calculator. We only have 2 lessons this week, so I want you guys to practice using the area formulas and solving for word problems very well before we do something a little bit more trickier on Wednesday. We're going to go a little bit slower. Volume gets to be a little bit confusing because we're going to be retracing back to the area formula, so make sure that you guys get this well versed. All right, take care, guys, and stay safe.